He walked into the boxing gym slowly, quietly, his faded hoodie clinging to a body the young guys barely noticed. They smirked when he asked for a heavy bag. One even laughed out loud. "You sure you belong here, old man?" he was asked. But he said nothing, just nodded and stepped to the side. What happened next would echo louder than any bell in that gym. One punch, one uppercut, and the whole room froze. This wasn't just muscle memory, it was a lesson in respect. Watch until the end. You'll never forget it. Most had never seen him before. The gym was a hotspot for amateur fighters, TikTok boxers, and local talent trying to make a name. And then there was this older black man, maybe in his late 60s, wiry, with deep lines on his face and a quiet calm in his walk. He didn't bring a fancy gym bag or gloves, just an old pair of wraps and a bottle of water. Nobody paid him much mind, until he asked the trainer if he could hit a few rounds on the bag. The trainer hesitated, but nodded politely. The younger guys, they snickered. "Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this." One leaned over to his friend. "Bet he's winded in 2 minutes." But he didn't react. He just started wrapping his hands, one slow loop at a time. There was something about the way he moved, deliberate like he'd done it 1,000 times before. They didn't know, but they were. It about to. The gym was buzzing. 2 amateur fighters were sparring in the ring, music blasting from the speakers. Most eyes weren't on the older man. Not yet, but a few noticed when he stepped into the heavy bag. His first punch landed like a drumbeat. Clean, deep, echoing through the gym. Then another. Then a fast combo. Jab, jab, cross, hook. Suddenly, heads turned. He moved like a shadow. Smooth, fast, sharp. Not an ounce of wasted energy. His footwork was surgical, and his breathing barely changed. The 2 younger guys who had laughed earlier stepped closer, smirking. "You boxed before, Pops?" one asked sarcastically. Still no reply. "Maybe he's watched Rocky too many times," another joked. One of them, emboldened by the crowd, stepped forward with gloves on. "Let's see if the old man still got it." The trainer, now clearly paying attention, intervened. "You sure you want to do this?" The older man finally spoke, voice calm. "Just a light round." They touched gloves. The bell rang. The young guy lunged. Wide stance, heavy swings. The older man ducked, slid to the left, and tapped his gloves twice to test his timing. Then it happened. As the younger man stepped in for a big right cross, the older man planted his foot, pivoted, and fired one crisp uppercut straight to the chin gear. Crack. The punch didn't knock him out, but it stopped everything. The room fell silent. He didn't gloat. He didn't say a word. He just stepped back, nodded once, and let the gloves fall. The younger fighter sat down, stunned, not hurt, but humbled. The others stared, unsure whether to clap or apologize. One of the trainers walked over, eyes wide. "Sir, where'd you learn to punch like that?" The man finally smiled, small and quiet. Golden Gloves, 1973. Went pro after that. Retired undefeated. "Life took me other places, but some things you don't forget." He picked up his wraps and left without another word. Behind him, silence turned to awe. That wasn't just a fighter. They'd just watched a master walk among amateurs, and no one laughed again. Later, the gym owner printed a photo of him from the 1970s. Young, powerful, hands raised in victory. It now hangs by the front desk with one line underneath. "Respect every fighter. You never know who's watching." The older man never came to show off. He came for rhythm, for memory, for the part of himself he refused to let the world forget. For the kids who laughed, he gave them more than a lesson in boxing. He gave them a master class in humility. How many legends walk among us unnoticed? Before you judge someone by the wrinkles on their face or the gray in their hair, ask yourself, What have they survived to be still standing? If you enjoyed this story and thought it provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Take care.